Not here today. Okay. I'd like to call this meeting to order. Madam Treasurer, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Elick?
Here.
Mr. Gebhardt?
Here.
Ms. Karstafen?
Here.
Mr. Hauser? And Mrs. Seguin?
Here.
Okay, would everybody please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, thank you. I'd like to introduce our group up here. To my right is Board Member and Vice President Mike Gebhardt. To his right is Board Member Elaine Sequin. I'm Greg Elick. To my left is former President and Board Member Annie Karstafen. To her left is usually Len Hauser. He's not here today. And then is our Superintendent Ann Slosh and our Treasurer Joy Clickinger. Okay, big presentation today, very exciting. Who is going to roll this baby out?
Okay, that's me.
Okay.
I'm sorry I'm so far away, but this is the touch screen. But you'll be able to see what I'm doing on my screen as well. So, wanted to introduce you to the new district website. We launched it in September. Some of the feedback that we had about our old website and the reason that we changed is that the old website was difficult to navigate, and people found the mobile app to be very cumbersome, and they wanted a more an easier to use app, that would take them straight to the quick links that they needed to get to. So that was our main focus with the website. So just going to walk you through, this is the header up here. And first and foremost, at the top left, you'll see where you can select a school. This is basically your shortcut system to go to any school website that you may want to visit. I'm going to take you back here after I take you over the first page because I'll show you how these school sites are unique to themselves. Obviously, there's a language piece for translation if necessary. Also in the header, we have the staff login area where they can get to the back-end documents and things that they need. One of the main searching sources that we find is people looking for jobs. So we have jobs right up there where everybody can see. And also enrollment takes them straight to the enrollment tab in case they need to register. On the district page, we have the social sites that are specific to the Elyria City School District, PD Podcast, Facebook, Twitter, Pioneer TV, and this is a general email address that comes to the communications office. This is the navigation bar, and we tried to keep it as simple and sensible as possible. So the difference between your shortcut school tab up in the left corner and your school tab on the navigation bar is that this school directory actually takes you to more of a global view of the schools where you can get to that school's Google map, their directory information, and then also a link to their website. Again, this is just a straight shot to their website. For district, this takes you to the Board of Education, our work in equity, and then also a school directory page if they need to get to somewhere. Departments, these are our central office departments. A lot of the documents and kind of need of the back-end services that somebody may be looking for. Enroll tab obviously gets our parents to new student registration or returning student registration. Performing Arts Center has its own page, and they run their own calendar. This is also where someone might go if they want to host an event at the Performing Arts Center. The athletics page is actually a host site by another company. This is I'm not actually sure the name of the company that hosts the athletic page, but we signed up with this, the athletics office signed up with this service several years ago, and then they provide content to the host provider, which then updates the page. But back to Elyria Schools page. We have a family tab, which has a bunch of resources. This is actually a work in progress. We're still working on cleaning up the family page, but this is where we would have services for family, emergency resources. Right now, it also includes academic resources. It would include information on our safety plans, things that families would be interested in. And then, of course, our calendar, which we update in the communications office. But back to the home page. Okay, so the next feature that I wanted to call out to you that's new is the main visual part of the website. This is, we were able to incorporate video into our new website, but we also, you see there's a little arrow, lets us scroll to photos that we upload, other videos that we might have uploaded. So we have a lot of flexibility with that, a lot of ways to keep it fresh and fun. One of my favorite new features of the website are these quick links across the center. These are some of the most searched areas of our website. We try to put them right up front. These take the user directly to where they want to go. So for students, they might want to get to class link quickly, jobs, enrollment, power school, school menus, school calendar, social media. We can have about 10 quick links on that space at a time. And what's nice is we can drop them off and put them back on as needed. So for instance, we had a quick link for a long time on COVID, took people right to the COVID-19 information. We dropped that off. We still have that information on our website, but it didn't need to be a quick link any longer. And then nicely compact on the homepage, you can also get to the district news right away. If you want to see more news, you can just click and scroll through, different things that we have going on. And also we have the calendar on the homepage. So it's a very nice compact view, but it's got packs a lot of punch. One of the other components that's new that was required this year is the anonymous tip line. We've been partnered with Safer Ohio Schools for a couple years, but we now have that information on our website that's required. And then, just real quickly, I'll take you back up here, show you just an example of a school site. As you'll see, the look is the same, but it's now custom to that school site. So Eastern Heights Elementary School now has the header. Their contact information is in the top. Some of these links still link to district social sites. However, if I want to go to Eastern Heights Elementary on Facebook, it goes right to their site. Same thing, we've got our quick tabs, which we custom for that school. For instance, Heights News is there. Some quick links are the same because they're the same for everybody. Everybody's always looking for school menus and things like that. But some of these are then unique to Eastern Heights Elementary. Same thing here. Quick links to our news. The navigation bar for the school sites does change according to, so where we have a lot more kind of meat on the homepage, we now have direct links to the principal's newsletters, announcements specific to Eastern Heights Elementary, documents that parents may want to access that are specific to that school. So it's just a lot more custom. So, and very happy to say that we are launching, I'm going to send you guys the information here very soon, but we're launching a brand new app. So this also draws from our website. It's a really quick shortcut way to the important pieces of the website that people like to get to. And that's basically it in a nutshell. Any questions?
Yeah, I have a question. You said that you could go there to register your child for Elyria schools?
Yes.
Is that actually where you register, or do you get a form and fill it out and send it in?
It's both.
Okay.
So they can register online, or they can download documents to
Okay.
actually, these are documents that they can download if they, or, you know, print off or whatever, or they can actually do it right from here. Let's see.
Well, my question with that was,
Uh-huh.
are there other transactions like buying tickets for sporting events, paying school fees? Are there other transactions that people can go there and do right through the website?
So they definitely can use the ticket system through the Performing Arts Center link if they're buying tickets for a show. The athletic page uses the same system for ticket buying there. Currently, I don't believe we have a PayPal type setup for fees or whatnot, but, you know, our fees are waived, and school fees are waived at the elementary, middle school grades. So any fees that, you know, might come about would be in high school, and those would be communicated through the high school treasurer's office. But, yeah, so there are options for that, but it's, you know, depends on what the need is.
You can go right into the Aramark click too and
Oh, right, yes.
fill your child's tummy, so to speak, with money in their a la carte menu.
Yes, yes, that's true.
But you can't buy football tickets.
You can, yes, on the
Through this?
athletics page. On the athletics page, yep. It's the same ticketing system that they use through the Performing Arts Center.
Okay, great.
I'm sorry. Will we ever, it's not, has nothing to do with the website, be able to pay cash again? At an event?
The SWC controlled some of that. When we went to the new, and Joy, correct me if I'm wrong, but when we went to the new conference, everyone in that conference uses the same thing for football, at least I know. I can find out more and let you know, but I know that a lot of that in the new conference is regulated by, I believe it's McCarthy is the head of that conference. But I'll look into it and
Yeah,
send
I'm
you an
just
email.
curious, because sometimes the kids want to go and I didn't buy a ticket, you know what I'm saying?
Sure. They try to do that also to regulate the cost, so that one school isn't too much different or
Yeah.
different at all than the other school. But I will look into that and send you an email.
How long has this site been live?
We launched it in September. We're still, you know,
Tweaking?
yeah, well, building the content is probably the biggest mission right now. We're still working on that, but, and then we're changing things as we see where it needs to navigate easier, or where we have, you know,
Have you
something that
gotten-
doesn't make sense.
Have you gotten good response about the friendliness or the easiness of the usage of this one?
Yes, especially with the mobile view, which is whatever, you know, everybody looks on their phone now. So that's really, and that when Brian and I talked about the new website initially, that was one of the things that we really focused on was the mobile view. And now with the app, that makes it even easier. But yeah, I think people like it. We had a little bit of a hard time at the beginning with the staff login. We had to figure that out, but now it's very easy to log in for the staff. Except for Ann, I guess she has trouble, but.
For some reason, when I'm not in district,
I don't know.
it
Nobody
won't
else
ever
can.
work for me.
I'm just kidding.
I'll just stay here all the time.
Okay, great. Any other questions, or? It really looks nice, a lot of nice videos, it's really neat to see
Yeah, I
the
like the
kids
video.
and everything,
Thank you.
so, great job there, so,
Thank you.
for everybody involved with that, so. Okay, super, thank you, Amy, appreciate the presentation and the update, and great job there. Okay, moving along on the agenda, I believe we don't have any visitors signed up to speak, so we'll jump right into the Board of Education. The minutes for the March 2nd and the March 7th meeting have been posted. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
I have a motion by Board Member Karstoffen and a second by Board Member Gebhardt. Any comments or questions? With none, Madam Treasurer, would you please call the roll?
Ms. Karstafen? Aye. Mr. Gebhardt?
Aye.
Mrs. Segwin?
Aye.
And Mr. Elick?
Aye, motion carries. Treasurer action items. Madam Treasurer.
The only thing I have this evening is the financial reports for the month of February.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve the financial reports?
So moved.
A motion by Board Member Sequin. Do I have a second?
Second.
And a second by Board Member Gebhardt. Questions or comments? With none, Madam Treasurer, would you please call the roll?
Mrs. Segwin?
Aye.
Mr. Gebhardt?
Aye.
Ms. Karstafen? Aye. And Mr. Elick?
Aye, motion carries. And it looks like we have a treasurer other item, an expulsion hearing.
Yes, and this would be to appoint Mrs. Segwin and Ms. Karstafen as the primary representatives for an expulsion hearing on April 6th at 4 p.m.
Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
A motion by Board Member Gebhardt and a second by Board Member Karstoffen. Any questions or comments? With none, Madam Treasurer, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Gebhardt?
Aye.
Ms. Karstafen? Aye. Mrs. Segwin?
Aye.
And Mr. Elick?
Aye, motion carries. So no OFCC, OSFC today, correct? Okay, superintendent action items. Madam Superintendent.
Thank you, Mr. President. First of all, to approve the Internet Access Service Agreement with Meta for the next 5 years. Just so you know, we do get a percentage back from this from K-12 Ohio, I believe it is. So we do get some of that money back. Also to approve the purchase of computer network equipment from CDWG. This is another reimbursement. We get 80% of that cost back through the E-rate program. Next, to approve the Elyria High School multiple sports field trip for the Female Leadership Conference on April 6th. To approve the purchase of additional building furniture through Martin Public. And that concludes my action items.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve the superintendent action items?
So moved.
I have a motion by Board Member Karstoffen. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Board Member Gebhardt. Question. On the Meta contract, is that just that the old one expired, or are we doing, it is the old one expired, and that's just EHS, correct?
That is for the district's internet access. The DMARC is where it connects at is at EHS.
Oh, okay. So it's
All
the
district flows through EHS.
entire district? Okay, great. Any other questions or comments?
What is the furniture? Where's the furniture for?
The furniture, as we've gone around, Mrs. Black, Mrs. Matthews, and Mr. Kokai went around. We have some teachers and throughout the whole district, things, we didn't want to overbuy. So as we find things we have needed additionally to space, and also because we are moving the youngest learners over to the old Crestwood, spacing them out. So this is the addition, probably the last furniture purchase from the project.
Is it primarily Crestwood or everywhere?
No, I'd say Westwood as well. The extensions, we had bought, if you remember, there was a big extra furniture purchase over for the other 4 schools, and then we had to wait till Westwood opened to see what else they needed, and then also for anything we might need in the BOE that we aren't bringing from over here.
So this is pretty much it then for all the new construction, we
Yeah, it
think?
should.
About 99%.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions? With none, Madam Treasurer, would you please call the roll?
Ms. Karstafen? Aye. Mr. Gebhardt?
Aye.
Mrs. Segwin?
Aye.
And Mr. Elick?
Aye, motion carries. Personnel action items this evening.
Thank you. First, to approve the unpaid leave of absence for the following certified staff. Next, to approve the retirement for the following certified staff. Donna Bax, who you all know, grade 2 over at Eastern Heights, 13 years with the district. So we thank her for her service. Also, Dawn Neely Randall.
Oh, wow.
Has been here for 32 years at McKinley and then Eastern Heights Middle. So thank them both for being wonderful team members. Also, to approve the appointment of the following certified staff, another sub, to approve the supplemental contracts for the non-district employee, to approve the athletic supplemental contracts, and then to approve the following district and non-district game workers, to approve the payment for after-school tutoring. We have an additional person helping us out. To approve the appointment of the following EHS student workers for the PAC. We also have 2 classified retirements. First of all, Paquita Brown, she's been here 14 years. And Gail Weber, 26 years as a special education para. Also to approve the appointment of the following classified staff, to approve the unpaid leave of absence for the following classified staff, and then to approve the updated classified job descriptions as you have in your enclosure, that stack. And really what that is just updating them. A lot of the old job descriptions had like old terminology we no longer use. Okay. So we updated them. Mrs. Maxwell went through and updated them and made sure we were all good to go. So that's what that stack of job descriptions is. And that concludes my personnel items.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve the superintendent's personnel action items?
So moved.
I have a motion by Board Member Karstoffen. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Board Member Sequin. Questions and comments? Question on occupational therapists. It seems like we continue to have issues there. Are we outsourcing any of that? Or are we still, didn't we sign up, have some contract to outsource a portion of that?
We did. We've had some medical leaves and trying to fill those positions.
Okay.
But yes, we did use, I believe it was a couple meetings ago, that was one of the contracted items.
Any other questions? With none, Madam Treasurer, would you please call the roll?
Ms. Karstafen?
Aye.
Mrs. Segwin?
Aye.
Mr. Gebhardt?
Aye.
And Mr. Elick?
Aye, motion carries. Madam Superintendent, do you have a superintendent's report for us this evening?
Absolutely. Just real quick, we have Eastern Heights 8th grade basketball and our Elyria High wrestling team that both won the SWC this year. I don't know if any of you had the chance to see the 8th grade team, but they're quite wonderful, and we're excited about seeing them come up through the ranks.
Nice.
Also, April 2nd, reminder about the open houses. You've probably seen the advertising Mrs. Higgins has put out, but we're excited about that, finally letting the community see these beautiful buildings they helped us build. On Monday, we had the high school SWC Youth Summit. It was a great experience. A lot of us were there from all 8 schools. Dr. Knight did a great job with his team. And we've heard nothing but positives from the students. The middle school one is at the end of the month of April 29th, I believe. I know Len asked if he could come to that. Anyone is welcome. But a lot of great, just getting to know the students in the other districts, and that we all kind of, talk about the same things, do the same things, and it was really nice for them to get to know each other. Also, we are going to start bringing, now that COVID is much better than it was, is what I will say. I'm not going to say it's over, but it's much better than it was. We're going to start doing more recognitions and presentations again, so we can get back into, our regular type board meetings. April 26th board meeting, or 27th. Amy, we had said 26th, but I think it might be the 27th. Pictures for the board members. So be prepared. We were trying to get it on.
What day is that? I better write this down.
It's not the April 6th. It's the second meeting in April.
Oh.
And Dan Massaros will be here to take wonderful pictures of all of you to put on the website.
Ooh. Do we know a date on that?
I think it's the 27th.
Okay, it's not the 16th then.
No. We always stay away from
23rd?
Easter week.
23rd?
The 27th, I believe.
Yes, 27th.
Oh, that's right.
And that is all I
I'll see if
have.
you're in the right month.
Question,
Yeah.
Wednesday is the 27th. Administration.
It's not the
administrative
20th, it's the
professionals.
27th.
Yeah, it's always the week after spring break, yeah.
Okay.
the, I noticed in the paper that there was no times of the open house.
9 to 12, I believe it said.
I don't think I saw any in the paper, but.
Amy,
okay.
do you remember, Mike said that there weren't, the times weren't in the newspaper, but it is 9 to 12.
It's on our website, but 9 to
Okay.
12.
Okay.
I'm not sure why we didn't have the time.
Yeah.
That's what my wife told me. I didn't have my glasses on again, so I didn't.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay, great. Thank you, Madam Superintendent. Okay, Board of Education, we do not have anything specific. Is there any items from the board for the good of the cause?
I have one thing. I've been approached by the Lorraine County Parks, a couple members. They say at Heights, if you know Heights where the pool is, there's a walkway around,
Yeah.
a mile or so around. And there's an area that it comes into the school.
Mhm.
And they say a lot of kids walk on that, but when they get to the end of their pathway, there's no, it's just mud.
Okay.
And I did go over there and look at it, and they are right. They wondered if we could
Finish it.
extend that strip there, so
We'll look at it. Yeah, we'll definitely look at it and see what, Brian, could you put that on a list to go over there and look at it and see
you know
what?
what I mean?
Yeah, I know where you mean.
Yeah,
Yeah, and check with me on that, too,
Oh,
before we
okay.
do anything on that, so.
okay.
All right, any other items here? Okay, then do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved. You too late.
First,
Yeah.
second, Madam Treasurer, would you please call the roll?
Ms. Karstafen?
Aye.
Mr. Gebhardt?
Aye.
Mrs. Segwin?
Aye.
And Mr. Elick?
Aye, motion carries, meeting adjourned.